Welcome to Two Poor Artists, where we are poor at playing baseball and baking apple pies, but mostly we are poor at making art. I'm Isaac.
And I'm Benj. Today we're drawing Freedom in honor of it being Independence Day and all. Nothing's more free than
Freedom.
freedom.
Yeah, get that on a t-shirt.
So you always got to start your drawing somewhere. That's the way it works.
I mean, freedom is just like the most American thing you could draw, so... I mean, other than baseball and apple pie, but that's too specific. If we just tried to draw baseball and apple pie, it wouldn't really look like it. We're more like concept people, you know? Like, we just tried to draw like an object, like, you know, painting a bowl of fruit, then people would criticize that it doesn't actually look like a bowl of fruit. So instead we draw freedom, because if you criticize freedom, then you're terrible.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to try to spell the word foreign correctly here.
Yeah, it's one of those I before E, except not I before E rule words.
Yeah, you also just have to like I've never been good with the whole bubble text thing.
I mean, I'm not unimpressed.
Well, see, I went with the lowercase r, then I got to go with a lowercase e next.
I'm just going to assume that was also an lowercase o, and they just capitalized the beginning of the word foreign.
Yeah. But how the heck? Like, is this... Like, didn't... Like...
I mean, to be fair, there's like a million fonts out there, so you could just call this, you know, third grader font.
E before I, and then I guess that has like a circle.
Maybe like 3-year-old font.
And then is it GN? What kind of word is this?
Yep. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, where we teach you how to spell rudimentary sight words.
You know what? Foreign is just not a rudimentary word. Like, this is a weird word.
I'm a little confused when we talk about Independence Day for the United States, and you're starting with the word foreign.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little bit concerned you missed the prompt today, but...
Yeah, okay, see, normally I'd probably color this in, but nope. This is a foreign...
Yeah, it's one of those things. If you go and you try to color in something with a ballpoint pen, A, it won't look like you wanted it to, and B, it will take you forever, and you'll probably end up just poking through the edge of your paper.
Okay, so apparently my P is just the worst.
The P? I was looking at the R.
Mm-hmm,
it's like drooping.
But now look at the P. Now I gotta draw a Trogdor.
This is just how not to do bubble letters, the lesson. Quick, just be done with the letters.
I'm sorry. I should have never done this.
This has nothing to do with freedom yet, especially because you literally wrote foreign prison.
Yes.
Which is arguably the least free thing on planet Earth.
Well, I mean...
Happy Independence Day, everybody! Hopefully you put up your, your mannequin of the foreign prison in the front yard and decorated it with some lights. Couple of flags.
Okay.
Oh, just, yep, 2 push doors on the front of the foreign prison.
To draw, it's a brick prison. So you gotta draw the brick.
Nothing like those long rectangular bricks.
I mean, I haven't, finished the drawing.
See, if you say it's a foreign prison and it's made of brick, I can almost understand the clearly squiggly lines and, misshapen. Oh, no, what was that one for?
The very small bricks there.
Yeah, the architect who came up with this foreign prison design, A, got his, preschooler to design the logo, and B, ordered just Earth's cheapest bricks. What does a foreign prison have to do with freedom?
Well, I think what you'll get is that it has nothing to do.
I want to point out something that I've been criticizing a lot, which... Once you see my drawing, I'll have no reason for again. But the technique you're using right now, where you stagger the bricks, That is beautiful. I still think it'd look better if you were using your drawing glove, but
Maybe. But
yep, take lessons, ladies and gentlemen. That right there is how you draw a foreign prison.
that's the most foreign prism I've ever seen.
Beautiful.
Okay, so then there's this guy who just got out of the prison. Okay, his name.
We're finally getting to the freedom part of this freedom drawing.
His name will be like Prisoner Joe.
Prisoner Joe.
And he's just like.
Prisoner Joe looks like every other person you've ever drawn. Aw, never mind. He's got really creepy lips. Boy, just let this be a lesson, everybody. Don't be a Prisoner Joe.
Yeah, don't be a Prisoner Joe. He's a prisoner.
And he's Joe. And he only has...
He has a number of fingers.
Had a rough time in prison. Went in with 5 fingers, came out with 3.
You don't know how many he went in with.
It's true.
Okay, there's Prisoner Joe. And he is clearly exclaiming, I'm...
Is that an M?
Of course it's an M.
I'm free with the line.
Yes, the line showing that he's saying it. But now,
Yeah,
we've got to finish this drawing off.
I think you've already done it, haven't you?
No,
Prisoner Joe is in fact free.
He is free, but that does not mean that this drawing is done yet, because there's one more character here. Gotta draw his nose.
At this point, I'm just so thankful for the 5 minutes we got to see the drawing of those beautiful bricks and the lesson on how not to draw bubble letters. Well, at least Prisoner Joe has a friend in the weird lip category.
Yeah, I figure, hey, I drew the lip, may as well go with the lip. And so this character, he's got some stars here, and then bandana.
That is a very long bandana. I just want to point that out.
It's a very long head.
Oh, no. Every time we get to drawing something that like has some seriousness to it, like, freedom, and then we're the ones responsible for drawing that important thing, I just feel like we don't do it service. Because anybody who's looking for, like a idea of what freedom is supposed to look like, and then shows their friend this drawing, their friend is gonna just...
No, they're gonna know exactly what freedom is. They're gonna be like, oh yes, you're right. You are right.
I'm looking forward to the finishing of this man. It is a man, right?
Yes. See, might be questioning because of his awesome mullet, but that is not a ponytail.
No, I think it's very American to have a mullet.
That is the most American mullet.
Is this an arm?
Oh yeah.
There was a creepy elbow point.
Yep.
His arm is bigger than Prisoner Joe.
Yep. You got a tattoo here. It says USA.
Yes. Nothing more free than a tattoo that says USA.
He's holding a can.
He and Prisoner Joe have a lot in common. They got creepy lips. They have 3-fingered hands.
Yep.
I mean, you just leave him like that. He's just a creepy disembodied head with a big old beefy arm.
But that's not all he is. He's got he's gonna have a bald eagle.
What? Have you ever seen the Muppets and they have Gonzo who has like a nose that's just...
No, this is like a Muppet, but it's more like the American Eagle Muppet.
Okay, I'm pretty sure eagles of every variety, especially the American bald eagle, have pointed beaks and not whatever that is. It's like a Squidward nose stuck onto an eagle.
Yeah, it should probably be pointed, but you know what? It's just not.
So I'm just curious, is that a mullet coming out the back, or is that the tail feathers of the eagle?
It is a mullet, but the eagle's body kind of gets lost in with it.
You know, I'm actually impressed.
It's just behind his body.
This guy's coming together pretty well.
And this guy is big. Like like I realize that now. Like so he's a little bit closer to the camera.
Ah, yes, the
Like
camera.
because there's like he's a big guy, but he's not like 3 times the size of this other guy big.
Yeah, okay. Glad we have some idea there.
And then he's obviously got like a gun because I mean,
America.
look at this guy. He's got a gun.
Yep.
Uh,
Just sticking out of his pocket.
no, this is like a gun holster.
It's just
Pocket.
sewn into his pants. That seems pretty American too, to have a gun holster sewn into your pants. You don't even have to wear a belt.
And then we'll give him a shotgun on his back
Yeah, why not?
because you can't just have one gun.
He and the eagle just
Not that I know how to draw a shotgun.
yeah,
Well, that's a shotgun.
thought off shotgun
Yeah.
/ blunderbuss.
I mean, that's what you'd expect.
Yeah.
And then this guy is gonna say, "But are you?" You know why? Because he's not in America. He
Yeah.
may be out of prison, but he's still in a foreign
Are
land.
you really free? Wow.
This guy, I just imagine him going to foreign prisons. That's so he can say, "But are you?"
What a true representation of freedom. That guy is
Freedom.
clearly amazing. Now it just needs your name and age to make it an official piece of art. No! We were doing so well! And then you forgot how to spell your own name.
I didn't forget.
The biggest lie on our drawings has to be the age. People looking at this would be like, age 28. There's gotta be a mistake there, right? Like, age 2, age 8, sure. Age 28?
See, while I was writing my name, you said the word age, so I wrote an A. It's not because I don't know how to spell my name.
Again, if we were allowed to erase, that would be fixed. But I think it's about time.
I also actually did that thing where I pushed the buttons on the pen at the same time, and so it like drew. That's why there's like a dot over the N.
Lovely.
Not because I was writing BAI
Well, that is
like it looks like.
a pretty good drawing for freedom. But I think it's about time for you to get out of that chair and let me try my hand at something like it.
Yeah, we'll see if you can do better.
I feel like if a little kid witnessed this and then tried to draw it at home like a week later, they forgot how to spell their own name, and their mom had to correct them. Oh gosh!
So did I write the J?
You didn't even write what?
The J?
Oh my gosh!
Okay, so it's your turn to draw. What are you thinking here for freedom?
It's pretty hard to follow up what you just drew. I'll be honest, but
At least you'll probably spell your name right.
I mean, I realized.
And
Before I
maybe
even started
even
here.
remember the last letter
I
of
was
your
just
name.
gonna say, I don't even think you put the J this week, but you know,
Well, after you spell your name wrong once, you just give up and get out of there as fast as possible.
100% true. I was thinking of the word freedom, and obviously we're talking about the United States, where we're from, and Independence Day, July 4th, but there is one other thing I think of when I hear the word freedom that I'm going to attempt to draw today. So we'll see just how much I'm able to actually live up to that. So gotta get a face in here. You know, faces are
Oh, yes. I mean,
tricky things. So I'm gonna start.
if you're trying to draw a specific human,
Yep, no, that's what I'm going for.
then, oh, man.
Not just Prisoner Joe and whatever your guy calls himself.
Yeah, he doesn't have a name. He's just American Man.
America Man.
Then he legally changed his name to that.
I think that works pretty well, but I'm gonna go for, something a little bit It's not quite the shape I wanted that eye, but you know, I stuck with it.
I mean, he's just wearing glasses.
Yeah. Gotta have a nose. Again, not quite the shape I wanted the nose. Gotta go down a little long, more of a triangle
the
than I
thing
wanted,
is-
but
When you're drawing a specific person, you mess up one feature and then two features. Like eventually, it's just not that person anymore.
yeah, well, I'm gonna have to use my
You have
words to explain who I'm seeing here.
you have eyes, nose, and mouth. If you do all of those wrong, you're not drawing that person anymore.
That might be 100% accurate. It might be more than 100% accurate for this guy. You know those like acting masks that they have where it like shows one happy and one sad? That's basically what I drew, except I'm gonna try to turn it into a whole person.
And that expression is neither happy or mad. That is just worried.
He's not worried. He's supposed to be inspiring.
No,
but,
no, this guy's worried.
well, I'll just try to give him.
He's worried that you're drawing.
As he should be, but I'm just gonna try to.
I was saying him, but maybe not.
Definitely has some messy hair. This guy, oh, it's coming out of his cheek. Let's try to cover that up. Cover up that. Oh yeah, this is actually it's looking better than I have ever hoped. Look at that. Now he's beautiful. Of course, he's not supposed to be beautiful. He's supposed to be freedom, man. Because that's what people know him for. They know him.
Freedom men can't be beautiful.
It's just rare. Although people would probably argue this guy's beautiful. I don't really know enough about him to judge. Yeah, but he's gonna have his arm coming up here. Arm.
Yeah, I mean, can't argue that it's not an arm yet.
I mean, unlike Prisoner Joe, I don't even know if I'm going to attempt fingers.
Yeah, the Prisoner Joe may have had like a bird wing or something. Like,
It's hard to tell. To be honest.
there's definitely an accident that happened in prison.
Yep. So, yeah, it's I think it's kind of like a dress.
So, long hair and a dress.
Yeah. Bringing to mind anybody
So,
important yet?
You're either drawing any girl or maybe William Wallace.
Yes, Mr. William Wallace. This guy got this tough man sash on. Oh gosh, it's looking awfully girly. Got his hair a little bit rougher, like no girl would ever walk out of the house with hair it's getting longer. Put it on a manly belt. Give him some plaid for the skirt. I mean the kilt. Even I called it a skirt. Not good. All right.
Well, especially before you draw those other lines, like it just looked like one of those ruffled skirts.
William Wallace. Let's just make it clear that's who I'm attempting to draw. Here.
Okay,
So
that's
we can
what we'll call her.
hush. Now about this hair, the more I add to it, the more I'm sort of just disappointed in it. There. William Wallace. Gonna have like a sleeve thing going on here. His arms sticking out.
Kind of looks like a flowing blouse more than.
How does he look? How do you draw? I think it's just too poofy here. I'm supposed to like, go in a little bit.
Does he have sleeves like that are long? I'm pretty sure he like wore bracers.
I mean, I could give him just longer arms.
Like I'm pretty sure he was like sleeveless
at
with
this
like
point- At
bracers.
this point, it's just too late. We gotta have his sword now. Gotta, toughen it
Maybe the sword will fix it all.
up. Oh, yeah.
But if you're drawing a sword, I think that means fingers.
One of those long Scottish swords. You know the type.
You didn't really leave any room for the fingers, so.
Yep, as intended. Just. He's been in battle. There was a training accident on the fingers.
not really holding that sword, just kind of
It's just kind of balanced there for aesthetics.
glued it onto his hand.
I was gonna draw the tip of the sword, but didn't leave enough room. So there we go.
There's his
There's
perfectly well made sword.
Yep, beautiful. Especially the fingers holding it. Just kind of have a thumb coming down there, and
The thumb's not really attached.
That
That might be worse than Prisoner Joe's hand.
I think if you count carefully, you'll find 5 fingers, but you never actually.
But are they connected to the hand?
We can come back.
And
to
is
that
the
later.
hand connected to the wrist?
Big, beefy man legs coming out of it? You thought it was a woman, and then you're like, nope. Look at those, man. Give him a calf. Yeah. No feet. His legs are too long.
That just makes the skirt seem even shorter.
Dang it, you're right.
Now he's wearing a mini skirt.
Oh, no.
But don't worry, it's a plaid mini skirt.
His legs are so thick compared to his arms. But the point is, that's William Wallace. I would like to apologize to the entire nation of Scotland and all her people. But, I mean, I could probably make the skirt longer. I can't laugh while I do it, though. See, and then that's just the line.
Yeah, that doesn't match up.
Oh no, it's so much worse. You know what? I've just decided this part of his kilt. I keep calling it a skirt. This part of his kilt is definitely colored in. Colored in more than I am able to do with the pen. You just have to imagine that you can't see his legs.
Through this
I realized, unfortunately, what I did is I just made it look like it's a sheer
bottom to his mini skirt. like some lace.
Yeah. That's not my intention. Again, sorry to all of Scotland. All right, let's move on to where I actually wanted to go with this, to the freedom. Now, obviously, we know from the movie, at least, William Wallace's famous speech. We'll get to that in a second, though. But who should show up on this day except for, Mr. Freedom himself? I had this whole plan, something with an apple pie and an American eagle and a baseball bat. It's so America. But after I saw your drawing, I was inspired by Mr. Freedom. So I'm going to attempt something I've never attempted before, which is to draw something that you drew.
Oh.
I'm not going to succeed.
See if you can copy my style.
Oh, see, I think I got the lips right. And by right, I mean they're completely disturbing.
You didn't draw a nose. Like...
It's implied that somewhere here. But, you know.
It's like, yeah, you did. You got the lips.
Oh, those eyes.
But if you make that top lip a
It's
nose,
just nightmare fuel now.
like a sock puppet.
Yeah, I have a great idea. Yeah, just. I think I have to make a quick adjustment here, mid-drawing. Just due to how much it does look like a sock puppet. Alright, let's see. So I still want to go with Mr. Freedom, so I still got to give his, traditional headband that you so clearly demonstrated with a couple little stars and the stripes. And some hair coming out the top. Oh, that's good. All right, so now we've got long mullet coming out the back. But here's the difference now, since what you mentioned was true.
I'm sorry, I just can't stop laughing.
Is your creation? It's your guy.
This is like my creation. If somebody took it, that just
Oh, oh my gosh! I have not done it justice. It was like the first or second pen stroke. It was already destroyed.
like I'm not saying my creation is a precious work of art or anything. No,
Yeah,
but you took it
here's
and you made it something else.
where we're gonna go with this. All right, so
Like this is more like my guy's like little brother.
no, I see.
That like
Look at where I'm going. I'm gonna tie this back to your drawing in a way nobody could have expected.
Okay.
So here we've got Mr. Freedom himself. I didn't put his little bandana things coming out of the back. See, it's a crude interpretation of your man, including his mullet, because, as you mentioned, sock puppet is what it looks more like. So we'll have to have an arm coming in. It's clearly a sock puppet now. And who should be puppeting this, you ask? None other than our friend, Prisoner Joe.
now you're so you're just gonna try to draw both of my drawings.
Prisoner Joe was so inspired by your man that he now shows up throughout history.
Let's see, he lost his hat.
Well, I'll get it in a second. Nose. Lip.
He looks kind of like what's his name?
Art Simpson? That's what I was thinking.
Maybe. I was thinking Doug's friend Skeeter.
Oh, you know, you could be right.
Oh, now he has the hat.
There's his hat. So he's got his arm up in the sock puppet.
Like, my question here is how does his arm work, or how does the sock puppet work?
It's up for interpretation.
Because, like, that is long.
It's a long arm. I could draw his hand up in there, but we'll just assume it, like, cuts off at some point. Got the bottom of the sock there, like the elastic. And then, I forget what kind of a shoe you gave him, so let's kind of give him a little... try to ignore the fact that it kind of looks like he's on wheels.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't spend much time on Prisoner Joe. He's kind of just...
Prisoner Joe's the star of mine. I think that's about all right. That looks sort of like him. I'll give him a little collar so you can tell he's not naked, and maybe a... yeah, now I gotta give him a gun.
he bought a gun because he saw Mr. America with his gun.
Yep, there we go. In his gun pocket that he had specially sewn.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just give a little... But are you? Yeah, so Prisoner Joe here has taken over the mantle for his hero. He's taken over the job of, standing up for those who claim to have freedom.
I think it's more like standing up against those who claim that freedom.
It might be interpreted that way, but,
Or maybe he's like instructing, like
I'd
you don't
to
even know what freedom is.
I just have to go back to how wonderful the sock puppet interpretation of your guy was. Minus the bald eagle. He didn't have the bald eagle, but that's okay. This is just so beautiful. just show you a little grass on the hill he's standing on. Just anything to detract from that.
Yeah, I will definitely say your drawing made me speechless.
It's beautiful. And I hope anybody who sees it will be inspired by what this means for freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Now I just have to make sure that I can spell my name correctly.
Yep.
No distractions, please. I did it.
Impressive.
I did it.
Impressive.
Age 28. You know, I couldn't be happier with that drawing. Yes, it did steal a little bit from yours. Yes, it wasn't my original intent. And then it wasn't my original intent again once I tried to draw the guy and forgot the nose. But it is wonderful. So I think we'll end it there for today. Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day, America. And we will see you next time.
Hope you enjoy your apple pie and fireworks.
I was gonna add fireworks. Guys, add fireworks real quick. Hang on. Quick, bringing us back here. I already took off my drawing, love, but I'm just gonna attempt to add some. What I imagine is the first grader's attempt at fireworks. Line.
Did Prisoner Joe bring these fireworks
He
with
brought
him?
them with him just to, show off to William Wallace. Little. Beautiful. All right, that's it. Happy 4th of July. See you next time.
Bye.
As always, we're surprised you made it this far into our video.
There's no way we could possibly ask you to subscribe to this atrocity, so we won't.
We would say share it with your friends, but it's probably better for wasting your enemy's time.
We're probably not going to get any better, but we will keep drawing.
See you next time.